quickened by the Spirit, by which also he went and preached unto the spirits in prison, which sometime were disobedient, when once the long suffering of God walked in the days of Noah. The ark was preparing, wherein few, that is, 8 souls, were saved by water. The like figure whereunto even being baptized does also now save us, not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a good conscience toward God, by the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who is gone into heaven and is on the right hand of God, angels and authorities and powers being made subject unto him. What is your question?
Well, when you talk about the spirits in prison, this is, I think, the only place in Scripture that talks about spirits in prison. So it says, 1 Peter 3:18, for Christ also hath once suffered for sin, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit, by which also he went and preached unto the spirits in prison, which sometimes, to explain who these people are, it says, which sometime were disobedient. Where's that reverb coming from? Me? You, yes. How you doing? No, it's coming from this guy. No, I just got here. Yeah, well, that's why we're hearing all this background noise, I think.
It is. Let me come out and come back in at midnight.
Hello?
How are you? What was your name?
I don't remember. I can't tell who it was.
I'm gonna turn my mic on.
I'm hearing all this noise, that's all. Anyway.
Well, those you, honey.
The spirits in prison, which sometime were disobedient, and it explains when once the long suffering of God waited in the days of Noah. So these were spirits in prison which were disobedient in the days of Noah, not after that.
No, that's an example, because it's showing of being baptized by water, and Noah was the 8th off the ark. This is just giving an example. This is not telling of a time frame, because you can go to, I believe it's in Genesis 3, where God is even telling Adam and Eve the beginning of like the actual gospel. Like that's where you first hear the gospel. And Eve knew this. And
so they heard about they listened to the gospel. What was the gospel that they heard?
Here, let me go get it. But first,
I know, but I want to know what the gospel was. I know what Genesis 3:15 is.
Okay, but that's what I'm talking about. Like that.
Yeah, but does it say that he was died and buried and rose again the 3rd day?
Okay, but that's not my point. Okay, Eve knew that the Messiah was going to come through her womb, and Adam knew this too. They both knew this, and they knew they knew what they did. Their eyes were wide open. They knew exactly, and they were separated by God, and they were put outside of the garden. They felt that shame, and God, He told them, and that is joy. That was joy. That is actually a gift. That was hope. That was light. That was salvation. And then what did Adam and Eve do? They bared their sons, and they labored for God, and they did exactly as He instructed. So
I never read anything about. Where did you read all of this stuff?
In Genesis. Yeah.
It's in Genesis?
Okay, so what do you think that Adam and Eve did? Do you think they just twirled their hair and picked their nose? Or do you think that they actually tilled the ground? Right? Like, what do you think that Adam and Eve did? Do you think that they just thought they were just popping out babies and just the wind was blowing and that's the way life was?
What do you mean? They had.
The priesthood came through them.
Well, this is almost
temple of God.
What are you getting all worked up about? I'm just sitting here listening to you.
Well, no, I'm just shocked, like, because you're like, where are you getting this from?
Well, I mean, that's a serious question. I mean, where are you getting this additional information?
It's not additional information, so I'm going to ask you.
It's something that you got to know inside the text that's not there.
It actually tells you what Adam and Eve did.
Well,
and what their son did, right? Okay, and then Abel was killed, and then they had their other son. So so I'm gonna go through. I know, Sparrow. I'm gonna get you your code. I was actually talking, so just give me a second. And also, Chewbacca's in the chat. Chewbacca. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna get that.
Maybe Zacho can come in and help me with this.
I just don't understand, like, that you would think that, like, what do you think that Adam and Eve did? Like, what do you think?
When? Be specific.
When they were alive. Do you think that they just...
All I know is what's written in the scripture. They were in the garden, and this event took place. There's no details about it. You're giving me more details that are involved.
More details.
You're giving me details that I've never known before.
Okay.
I've never learned this stuff. And I mean, maybe you learned it because Tom knows all about this stuff more than I do, because he's got a lot more experience than all that. Maybe he taught you that more. I don't know. I've never heard about this stuff.
Okay, I'm going to read it. Before you do that, yes, do you want to do the Chewbacca moving call? Yes, I will in 1 second. It is very interesting. I don't think it was useful. I think it was midnight. Well, I put my mic on silence. Okay, here we go. I'm getting it pulled back. Okay, so we can go to Genesis 2 and start with, and out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that is the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all the cattle, and to all the fowl in the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found and help and meat for him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam. Okay, and then we go into that, but if we go up, God actually instructs what is to be done. Let me go, I jumped too far. Okay. Okay, and we can start by saying, we can start by saying, and God, he blessed them. And this is after where God said, let us make man in our image and after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over every fowl of the air, and over every cattle, and over all the earth, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God, he created man in his own image. Of God, he created him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living creature thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life. I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. God, he rested on the seventh day. Do you think that Adam did not know these things? Do you think that Adam and Eve, that they did not know that they were in the image of God, and they were to be after his likeness? In fact, let's go to even the son after Abel, and what it says about him. Right? Yes. Let's go about him. So I just find this fascinating that we even have to go here. Well, I'm glad we are, because I'm learning. Okay. And Adam and Eve, he knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And where do you think Cain and Abel learned this from? To be a keeper of sheep and a tiller of the ground, Dave? Where do you think that they learned it from?
I would doubt from Adam and Eve.
There you go. Okay? And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. So how would they know that? So how would Cain know about having an offering unto the Lord? How would Cain know?
He must have learned it from Adam.
There you go. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. And the same would apply to Abel. They would have had to have learned it, right?
So did they have the law of Moses to tell them how to do burnt offerings?
No. But they got their instructions. They are the first priesthood. Like, this is like the lineage.